Okay, so this leads us to the fifth of the six human needs. And, a customer is not just trying to buy a product or service, they're trying to buy life improvement. They're trying to buy a vehicle to make them better, to make their marriage better, to make their parenting better, to make their business better, to give them, to just, yeah, just to improve, to achieve something that they can't currently achieve. And so of the six human needs, this is the need of growth, I end all of my videos with, this is Jason Forrest, push yourself to become a better version of you. I believe that we can always be better. But let's talk about how we can connect the need of growth to our sales experience with our customers.
Well, one of the things that we need to put into our pitch is how will this one grow with them? How will this take them to the next level? How is this going to change their life for the better? Now, one of the things that we have to be careful on is making sure that first we tell them everything that's going to stay the same before we give them the message of growth that's next. And that's just because in change and the psychology of change is there's an amount of resistance that's in all people. Some people have less resistance to change and to growth. Some people have a great desire for it. But even the ones that have a desire also have some nervousness around it. So we definitely want to tell them the changes that are going to happen and the growth that they're going to have. But telling them all the things that are going to stay the same first is going to be the key to that messaging.
That's a great NLP strategy, and you see great marketers like Apple, for example. They that's exactly how they advertise every one of their phones. The whatever, I don't even know what phone we're on now, 16, 17, 20, whatever it is. But every year the commercial is exactly the same, and it's everything that you love about the iPhone, but even better.
With this little bit of change, but this extra camera, but it's faster. This little bit of change, correct?
And that's a commercial. You've never ever heard an iPhone commercial say this is radically different, because people don't want that. They don't want to learn a new phone. They don't want to learn new apps. I mean, that's why it's hard for people to switch over from the iPhone to a Samsung or whatever, vice versa, because they don't want to start back over. People don't like that. And so it's a brilliant advice that you gave, which is also why of the six human needs, growth is the fifth of the six human needs, where certainty is the first of the six human needs. So what you're saying is we need to first, of course, make sure that we have that really strong, stable foundation of certainty of everything that you currently love about your product, your solution. Here's how we're going to match that. Here's how we're going to give you everything that you love, but we're also going to give you these new improvements that your current product or solution is not providing for you. And at the same time, it's going, like you said, I love it. It's going to grow with you. It's going to be flexible to be able to grow with where you're trying to go.
Yeah, the next version of you. And you're right. You used to always say, when certainty is lost, all is lost, which is true on these. If you don't have a strong foundation of certainty, people don't want to hear about your growth. If you don't have a strong foundation of certainty and you're just telling them about the variety they're going to get, that feels unstable and insecure. People don't like that. You don't want to just have a roller coaster. In fact, when we were at Elizabeth, our youngest, and I were at Universal recently, we had fast passes, and there was even times where I had not gotten my equilibrium right. And I'm like, let's just get in the regular line, because I just need to stand for 20 minutes or 30 minutes. I cannot get just right back on a roller coaster, even though I love roller coasters. But it was too much variety there. I need a little bit of certainty. I need to stand in line. We need to eat a hot dog. We need like a moment, because if there's no certainty, you don't care about variety. So certainty definitely is your foundation for all of them.
Perfect. Okay, so another technique that comes to mind when it comes to selling growth is again, number one, we got to make sure that we get the prospect to tell us how their current product or service, again, is not growing with them. It's not helping them achieve whatever this goal is they're trying to achieve. That's very, very important that we get them to share that. But those of you who are listening right now that have solutions that can evolve over time, and there's different variations of that, then I think it's important to let them know that. That today, that when you move forward with us, the first thing you're going to do is phase one. And phase one is we're going to do this and this and this, and it's going to build stability, and it's going to help you get started, create traction. And then once we accomplish that and you achieve your goal of blank, then we're going to up it and we're going to go to phase 2. And phase 2 is where we're going to do this, this, and this. Like I know in our company, we do that, right? It's all about the first thing that we do is build mental resiliency, and we build mental toughness for our customers. And then, of course, we teach them a process. And then once they learn the process, then phase 3 is remove the resistance. We remove the leashes. We remove the head trash that keeps them from it. And then the next phase, of course, is to teach the sales managers how to be better coaches and leaders and how to hold it accountable. And then, of course, we work with the executive team on how they can become a sales culture of excellence and not just a product or service that has a sales department, but of course, a sales organization that happens to sell blank. But to me, customers like that. They like to know that what they're buying today is not just going to be the end, because people don't want to change a lot, especially when you're selling, again, a service or some sort of solution. They don't have to know that you're going to be that it's the end of the line 12 months from now. They want to know that you have something else that you can offer them, after this is over, so they don't have to switch and go to a different vendor.
Beautiful. Beautiful. You're absolutely right.
Perfect.